People, what's going on? Welcome back to United View. Welcome to another Flex's View, man. You guys know the drill already. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Straight into this Flex's View, because according to big reports in the outlet out there in Portugal, Victor Gyokeres has told Manchester United that he won't be joining them. He has told them no. He has rejected the chance to join Man United, according to this report. And there's an awful lot of reports out there right now, because I think what we're seeing now, if we're honest, is just a straight saga starting to unfold. Will he, won't he? A lot of lies, a lot of propaganda, a lot of rumors spreading. And really, it's very hard for us as fans to decipher what is concrete, what is not concrete, what to believe and what not to believe. And I think this is another case of that. This is the big, a big outlet out there in Portugal, Record Portugal, the Record, big outlet. But, it's basically like, I don't know, the Daily Mail here saying what they said yesterday. It's like the Times saying this, or, the Mirror saying that. We have big, reputable outlets here in the papers, but just because it's in the papers, especially when it's in the papers, usually it doesn't mean you take that as gospel, Of course, when we take things as gospel, it's more down the Romano and the Ornstein, etc., and your real tier one journos, and they're still very open about this. So on one hand, we've got that report saying that out of Portugal, and on the other hand, Fabrizio Romano, he did a transfer update, and he said that Man United keep calling for Victor Gyokeres, but also mentions a lot about Arsenal remaining in active contacts with them as well, with the player. They are looking at Benjamin Sesko, but still no bid. And they're also talking to Victor Gyokeres. I just see this situation as still just very open. Very open. I don't think there's definitely not enough, because the big boys haven't put their hat on something. They haven't gone strong with something because the information isn't there. And I think the truth of the matter is that these clubs, and I say these clubs, Man United and Arsenal, it's all talks. It's all talks, and other clubs that want to be kept informed, but it's all talks right now. Will they? Won't they? Everybody is making their conversations. They're doing their due diligence. They're trying to find out what's going on, and then you add in what's going on with Victor Gyokeres and the president. Victor Gyokeres' agent said he has it in proof. He has it written down that Victor Gyokeres can leave for the best part of, I think, was it 59 million euros plus some add-ons. He says he has that in proof. Again, is that a lie? Is that more, people putting stuff out there with different briefings to kind of hoodwink the fans and put players, or should I say clubs, under pressure? That is what is going on. This is a big game of chess, people. It's a big game of chess. And if I'm honest with you, it's always somewhere in between. I think if we just stick to what the facts are, the facts, not the hearsay, the facts. The facts are that Victor Gyokeres is 100% going to leave Sporting. Looks like that's beyond the fact. The other facts is that Man United are calling. Man United are trying to find out what the deal could look like. Man United are trying. They want to be kept informed. They're involved in something that could materialize. It's not a fact that Man United have put a bid. It's not a fact that we've agreed personal terms or anything like that. We keep calling because this is an ever-changing situation, but Man United remain interested. Arsenal remain interested in the player. Benjamin Sesko here, Victor Gyokeres there. The pendulum keeps swinging. Other clubs are interested in Victor Gyokeres as well. So really and truly, the facts is that I think this is going to keep going on. I think it's so messy with Victor Gyokeres and Sporting now that it's untenable, but it's starting to get savage. And when it starts to get savage, it's very difficult to get quick conclusions to this. Like Fabrizio Romano says, this is one we have to watch for the next weeks, the next days and the next weeks. Let's be honest, probably the next month or two. I don't think this is going to be something that has a quick conclusion. There are still no bids on the table, guys. There's still no bids on the table, which, look, on one hand, I think it's early enough in the window for us to be there and be visible and try and work out what the deal looks like, while Victor Gyokeres and his camp work out what his exit fee is actually going to be. It's early off in the window now, but as we start getting through the window, this is going to become a problem, because I can already see it. I can already feel it. It feels like this is going to keep going on and on and on and on. And anybody trying to sign Victor Gyökeres is going to have to do it quite late in the window. That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like, bang, agreed, everyone's calm. Sporting president has agreed this. Gyökeres as a camp are happy with Gyökeres' camp is happy with that. Now it's about personal terms and the project that the player wants to go to. Right now, it's less about the player has chosen this project of Arsenal or the player hasn't chosen this project of Man United, which I know the Record outlet in Portugal is claiming he has told Man United no, but I don't believe that as yet. It's more about Victor Gyökeres going to war, about what his release, details are, what his release sanctions is, what it is that he, is going to get sold for. He thinks he's being priced out of a move. The agent thinks he's been priced out of the move, and that this gentleman's agreement isn't being adhered to. Whereas the club is saying, "F your gentleman's agreement. We're not being held to ransom or blackmail. Like, you're not going for less than this, but we understand you're not going to go for more than this." But the gap between you're not going for less than versus it's not going to be more than is massive. It's out here. It's a massive gap. So I look, and then you flip it to us. Arsenal will be Arsenal. What they do is not our concern. Well, it isn't if they want Gyökeres and get him, but you get what my drift is like we have to think how this affects us. For us, we badly want a striker. We badly want Victor Gyökeres or a striker. Money-wise, if there's a chance that we can still get Gyökeres right until the end, we kind of have to hang there, guys. We kind of have to be there for it. If you look at the rest of the strikers that we've been linked with, Ekitike, 100 million euros, not going to happen. Maybe the price might come down. We missed out on Liam Delap. Victor Osimhen seems like something. I know there was talks that, that's been reignited, but there's nothing concrete there. The concrete interest is in Victor Gyökeres. The concrete interest is there. The real interest is there. So I think that Man United, again, we need to get the Mbeumo deal done. That one's also hanging over our heads where we need to get that done. I think it's one of those ones where Man United will probably wait around for Victor Gyökeres because of how much Amorim wants him, how much Amorim appreciates the player. And there's an opportunity there. The only thing that I need us to be careful of, and we should all be careful of, is the fact that, you wait all this time and Gyökeres doesn't even want to come. We need to be trying to ascertain whether Gyökeres is actually still interested. Yes, you've got that shit to go sort out with your agent, with Sporting, with how much your exit fees are going to be. But are you even interested in coming to us? Because what's the point in getting all the way to the end of this? And he goes, nah, actually, I don't even want to go to you. I want to go to Arsenal. That's the problem. But also, Arsenal are keeping Gyökeres maybe guessing because they haven't fully committed to him. They haven't put a bid in. They haven't agreed personal terms. They're still trying to agree with Sesko, but it hasn't quite happened yet. So what's going to happen? It's just a saga. It's going to keep changing. I'm not going to be surprised, guys, over the next, like Fabrizio says, the next days and weeks, we're going to get so many different varying stories. We're going to go from Victor Gyökeres is, slightly more leaning towards Man United. That's already been a thing, that Champions League football is not a thing for Victor Gyökeres. We've been told that too. It's not a deciding factor. Now we're seeing that he's chosen Arsenal and told Man United he doesn't want to go there. Then the president stepping in with the price. It's all going off, and it's going to continue to be this saga. Let me know what you guys think, man. Do you think we should just walk away from this now and not be involved in sitting at the table while all this crap's going on? Is there even anyone better to get? Do we just try and go and get Mateta from now or someone else? Or do you think, no, as long as there's an inkling that we can get him, it's early enough in the window, see how it goes, be there at the table, keep making phone calls and do what we're doing. Take care, people. Smash a like, man. I'm out of here. Peace.